No problem. God will see us. There is God. There is God in
I am not going back into the Aso Villa, says Jonathan. The very mouthpiece of Goodluck Jonathan, even when he was the president, is his wife. And it is understood that these are the words of Ebele Goodluck Jonathan, the very good man, the not called a weak person between the period of 2011 to 2014-2015 when he was the president. She has come out to say that we are going to push our effort and support behind Tinubu so that he can single-handedly dismantle the Fulani hegemony, that it is payback time. And the payback time means that the South has decided to unite against the North. Welcome to the channel. Please, if you are just joined, kindly like, subscribe, and share this program. Let's go ahead. In 2011, 2012, we saw a clip. They said we brought in Fulani bandits to ensure that we kick out Jonathan, because as at then, Jonathan was becoming a threat to the northern oligarchs. Yes, because in 2013, Jonathan initiated the agenda called Confab. That Confab was a program where Nigerians, we had about 280 tribes, right, in a room that has never happened before in Nigeria. All the tribes met and they agreed that Nigeria, to move forward, we need to implement some key policies. One of the policy was, first and foremost, the North. The northern oligarchs in Nigeria, they must be put in their place. They must be reduced. And of course, the Nigerian government cannot operate as a unitary system. The North were actually, the Fulanis to be precise, were actually at that meeting. But they were there not as contributors, but as spoilers and spies and mole. Immediately, they contacted the colonial masters, and the colonial masters told them, listen, the confab is being initiated by a southern president. One, the confab is uniting all ethnic groups that has always been at loggerheads with each other, and as you can see, they are beginning to unite to understand the real nitty-gritty needed for the Fulanis to lose their powers. These were the words the colonial masters told the Fulani leaders back then. And they were told, listen, if you do not want to lose your relevance, bring in military militias. And then we have it. They brought in militias. The Fulani militias started trooping in right from Senegal, right from all places. We had them from Burkina, we had them from Niger, and here we are. Insecurity struck. Immediately, the confab was concluded. When Jonathan was about to implement it, what did we have? The National Assembly started talking about insecurity. The Boko Haram, the bandits, started striking right from Abuja. They struck at the Abuja very, very popular motor park in Yaya. Then they struck in Jos. Then they struck in the United Nations. You will know that the masters, the colonial masters that have the best security architecture and apparatus in the world, allow that strike of United Nations to happen, because it was all along their plan to ensure Jonathan was unseated. I will tell you again that when Jonathan went to the United States, went to the United Kingdom for assistance for weaponry, machineries, hardware, we need this. Let us have Tucano jets, let us have good machine guns, let us have drones. I mean, Jonathan was way ahead of his time. Yederika, the chief of army staff back then, said we need to have a lot of mortars so that we can immediately pasteurize and beat these bandits to what? To pop before they become an unimaginable monster. But we know what happened. all manner of leaders, elites, the likes of Sheikh Gumi. In fact, there was a report that the Sultan even said that any fight against the Fulani bandits is a fight against the North. That the Fulani bandits are what? Are their own freedom fighter. That the Fulani bandits, as at then, the Boko Harams, will not watch the South to take away the breast that feeds them. So let's go ahead. It is clear that it was all along a plan in cahoot with the West. Yes, indeed. And of course, the Fulanese were able to gather the support of the Yorubas as at then. But today, what do we have? The same Yorubas that they gathered are now becoming a thorn in their flesh, and yes, they are turning or switching sides to the Igbos. You should know that the snake that perfectly hides in the green grass needs to be a green snake. And indeed, in Nigerian politics, we know that the Fulanese are the green snake under the green grass, because they have understood that for them to remain relevant and to remain popular and powerful, the South must never unite. And then I wonder, why is Jonathan not supporting Peter Obi? Why is a Patience Jonathan not supporting it Obi, who is also a Southern president? But who am I? Who am I? It is clear that there are so many agendas going on now that Peter Obi and El-Rufai want to run. Right? It is clear that those in the South, like the Tompolos, like the Asarido Kubos, who are supposed to be queuing behind a Peter Obi for presidency, are queuing behind Tinubu. And I do not know why. But one thing that I've been able to understand is, they say that now because of madman where they outside, now why would they get madman inside and would they nurture am? At this stage, we know that for you to cure the madness of the oligarchs that has held us ransom in Nigeria, you need another madman, which is an internal problem, to go and execute so that we can defeat the external mad people. I don't know if you understand that analogy. The Jonathans are saying that the temperament that must be able to curtail the North has to be a bigger bigot. Of course, the Igbos are not bigots. They say they are Republicans. Let me tell you, Jonathan's lack of bigotry was what landed him into where he is today, political oblivion. Oh yes. We know how President Jonathan was crying on TV when the Chibok girls were arrested. We saw how President Jonathan, how worried he was. But again, the empathy, the everything Jonathan showed didn't even matter to the North. They didn't care. In fact, they kept on using his empathy he had for the Chibok girls, for all the bomb blasts going in the North. They kept on using that incident as a political strategy for political gains. They started saying that the North will burn down if a Jonathan does not leave the presidency. Jonathan, in response, begged them. He did everything just to what? Appease them. Started building schools, started building elementary schools, started sending millions and billions of naira to the North. Let us now contrast. In 2 years of Tinubu, Kaduna, Maiduguri, look at those states that we have had issues. In fact, it has gotten to a place that the North are not saying that is the Tinubu man, is he not seeing what is going on in the north? Why is this man so heartless? Hey, why is Tinubu not even empathetic in any way? No sympathy. The last time Professor Zulum came out, was wailing on the TV. The bandits are back. Oh my goodness. Why is the president not even showing any form of care? If it was Jonathan that was there, why would on they say, hey, this. But I think at this time, it is clear to Jonathan and his family that you being so sympathetic and having that human feeling, trying to be humane, might not necessarily get you the support. Because it is your weakness, your tolerance, right? This is what they prey on. The same thing they are trying to do as of today with the Igbos. We know that the Igbos, and rightfully, they deserve it. But the desperation to have power is what the Jonathans are trying to pass to the southeast, that's falling into the trap of Malam Nasir El-Rufai, who is now the new poster boy for the northern presidency, not even an Atiku. And it is clear that so many people are accepting him. Right? Good. I have no issue with that. But what you should know is every region, your interest has to come first. And the interest of the North is to ensure that they continue to hold Nigeria into ransom. If whatever negotiation Epedobi want to have with Nasir El-Rufai, if conversations like, why don't we have a constitution where we can return back to regional government? The question is, will the people suggesting nominating El-Rufai forward, will they accept? With the godfathers, the likes of Babangida, will they accept? That's it. A Madam Nasir El-Rufai might accept, because I know Madam Nasir El-Rufai, for me, is an exposed and enlightened person. Yes, I know how he democratized the local government election, how so many people were not in his parties won the local government election. I know how Madam Nasir El-Rufai came out to say that the quotarization system for the North in education is not allowing the North to improve. I know how Madam Nasir El-Rufai tried to even regulate religion. But again, Madam Nasir might wish, but if only wishes were commands, maybe beggars will ride horses. We know how Nasir El-Rufai was denied, how Nasir El-Rufai has been called all manner of names by this same powerful oligarchs. And this is why you see a Jonathan today understanding that the only formula that can give the freedom to the Southern unity, and let's even say we are not going to have a Southern unity for life, but for a period of time, is it even possible? I really do not know. But I think the only thing that can withstand and checkmate and of course put the North, the Fulanese, into their rightful place is a Southern unity. The question is, how is and why is a Jonathan supporting Tinubu? There are so many complaints and so many claims that it is because Jonathan is corrupt, right? But again, the question is, would the South not vote for a Jonathan if, for instance, it was running for election again? I will vote for a Jonathan, because under a Jonathan's administration, everywhere was good. I mean, Nigeria was soft. Nigeria was on a very fast track to becoming a $1 trillion economy. However, no matter how progressive you want to be in this Nigeria as it's currently constituted, you must understand that there are just some people who are not ready. to let it progress. And these are largely the northern oligarchs. If you at this stage haven't listened to my channel, watch my programs, and yet you do not agree with me that the major problems we have are not the Igbos. And yes, it is arguable. It is debatable that the Yorubas are part of the problem. Yes, it is debatable. But the biggest problem are the northern oligarchs. Because when you have conversations like, let us have the correct delineations of the tribes, let us have laws that protects the rights of every tribe, they will come out and start a revolution. They will come out and start very chaotic arguments, destructive riots that the South want to marginalize the North. Let me tell you, the administration of Jonathan has been the best that can happen to the North in terms of developmental agenda, because nobody, I repeat, nobody, no president built the longest kilometers of roads in the North like Jonathan. I repeat, no president built the largest numbers of schools to the North. Every policies that anybody that wants to go there to appease the North are planning to do, Jonathan did at least 60 to 70% of it. And how did they repay him back? They repaid him with banditry, with insurgency. Why? Because Jonathan got to a point and he said, listen, Nigeria, we need to restructure Nigeria. We needed to have a Nigeria where the South will benefit more from the resources that they own. And yes, the North will also benefit from the resources that they own. These were the conversations, these were the conclusions they have in the confab. The confab meeting was, I think, was done for like 3 months or so. But again, the North said, your over 10,000 kilometers of roads does not matter to us. The 500 to 700 Alimajiri schools, bullshit. We're going to turn into bandit camps. There's so many heads, initiatives. We don't care. At the end of the day, they betrayed him, they kicked him out, knocked him out. And today, Jonathan has said, it's payback time. I will not be a fool for the second time. Because once bitten, twice shy makes me a fool. And the South, as a collective, must learn that it is because that of the madman out there. This is why you have to nurture a mad person in your own house. Because when the day of battle reckons, you unleash your madman. And unfortunately for the South, a man that we all do not like is showing them a higher level of bigotry, a higher level of nonchalancy. They are confused. They don't know where to mark him. They don't know where to mark Tinubu. They are rattled. All of them now are in their large numbers divided. Some of them are scared. Some of them are already, okay, let's go. Kukuma join this man. Person of it defeat. Now to do it in journal. It is bigotry. You see, when you are trying to be the one that let me be the one Nigerian is Tinubu acting like a one Nigerian is to you. Is he? Look at all his appointments. Are you not seeing the tears all over the social media? Who are the people crying? Is it Igbos? It's not Igbos. Is it not? When Jonathan was there, he was trying to do everything. No, give them this one. Give them this one. At the end of the day, what did they do? They chop in eye. I believe so. So it is clear that this is what the Jonathans have learned. And this is why they are saying that we know they go to that villa. Let this man we knows this one will be saying let him go there. If he scatter everything, when everything scatter, we go rearrange them back. And I think that should be the mindset of every Southerner and even the Middle Belt. If you're just joining, please kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.